All right, thanks for tuning in the video today. Today we're gonna talk about how to make your 3500 ride the best that you can, right? I've done it with my Fords, done it with the GMs. One of the things I'll tell you is Sulastic Shackles. I don't necessarily do videos on them because I always forget, or we just put them on when we do the springs. But guys, Sulastic Shackles take a lot of that little stuff out, okay? Make a big difference. And I can tell you just on this truck from having it with and without them. Now, I did put the Devers on this truck, okay? They made it about a week. Previously, I had a Ford, probably 2 or 3 trucks ago. We put Devers on, made it about a week, pulled those off too, right? I'm giving them 2 shots, okay? Devers have a place. If you're jumping, you're doing some off-road stuff, you need that travel suspension. You know, you need a few extra inches. So that progressive spring is made for that. But if you're just rolling the highway, guys, it's a little bit stiffer. You know, you're gonna notice. These trucks on the Rams, Fords, I mean, we're talking all of them here, right? Even if you've got an F250, F350, the only difference is the top overload and you need to put the elastics on it. It will make a difference, okay? But on the Rams, when we get to the air assist versus the non-air assist, guys, I've had the 24 with air assist and the 25 without it. There's a huge difference. Without, it is definitely more abrasive, okay? You've got a 3-leaf spring with an overload on the bottom on the non-air assist, and on the air assist, you got a 2-leaf spring with an overload on the bottom, okay? 2-leaf spring is gonna ride better, okay, with the air assist. Think about it, the payload, you know, for let's say 3,800 pounds, okay, let's say these springs are made to hold 3,000 pounds on the rear of the truck, or 3,200 pounds, okay, with no air assist. The air assist springs with the 2 leaves in the bottom overload are made to handle, let's say, 1,500 to 1,800 pounds, okay? The rest is gonna go on the bags, okay? So my recommendation, if you've got a Ram, I did put the Devers on this truck. Like I said, I pulled them off after about a week. They're just really too stiff for my daily driving. So I put the Sulastics on here and I've got the stock springs under there. It's pretty good with the Sulastics, but I know it can be better. And since I have the airbags on there, I'm gonna go ahead, I've got the 2-leaf with the bottom overload on the way. I've got one set of those springs. So I'm gonna put the 2-leaf on there because I have airbags to assist for the rest of the payload, okay? Now, we're gonna talk about the airbag. So I use the Logic Air systems, Logic Air Management. Now, I did the Carly Devers, so I went with the Carly long travel bags on this one. But the problem is those long travel bags do require 2 inches of lift in the rear. So you're gonna have to put a 2-inch block. So that means you're gonna need to be 3 1/4 in the front, okay? So if you're not doing the lift, or you're just gonna do a leveling kit, order the Logic Air kit. It's a single bag. It's the Logic Air Management compressor, the HD2. That thing is the bomb. They've got a remote. I'll grab that remote here and show it to you, just kind of show you how that system works. Do that, put the Sulastic Shackles on it, okay? It's gonna ride pretty good. I keep about 5 to 7 pounds. This is where I'm finding the best ride on the bags, even with these stock springs, which are the 3 leaves. When the 2 leaves get here, we'll see how it does, right? I may have to put 10 or 15 in the bags. It just depends, right? But that's kind of where I'm at on that. So I would recommend Logic Air. If you're just stock, put a leveling kit on it, whatever you want to do, and then you can control the height of the rear with the airbags, you know, or go to this other system. So that's kind of the best information I can give you. Those leaf springs are expensive, you know, for the stock springs, the 2 leaves with the bottom overload. But for what you spend on the suspension of these trucks, right now running the 3 with this, and then I'm running about 45 PSI in the back tires, and I'm running, not towing, but just daily driving, right? I'm running about 51, 52 in the fronts. It rides pretty good. You know, it's not quite a half-ton ride, but it definitely is significantly better. If you don't need the payload, you know, get the 250 with the rear air suspension, or the 2500, I mean, because I've had those. That 4-link on that 2500 with that rear air suspension is probably the best riding truck. But the reason, what you give up on that is payload. I mean, those trucks have 1,600 pounds of payload, which is right over a half-ton. It's not that much. But if you don't have to pull a big load, get the 2500, because now you can get the high output engine and the 8-speed. You know, used to, if you order the 2500, you had to take the lower horsepower engine. So a lot of people didn't want the 68 RFE in that. But now, you know, the 2500 with the rear air suspension, you know, if you're looking for the best ride, kind of in between a half-ton and a 1-ton, you don't have any big trailers to pull. If I was rebuilding this truck today, I am selling my camper. And so if I knew that I was gonna sell my camper, I would have ordered the 2500 with 4-link and just built this truck, and it would have rode even better than what I have today. But for now, we're gonna throw the two leaves with the one overload that comes on the air assist truck. We're gonna have the airbags and the Sulastic Shackles, guys, that's pretty good. On the front end of these trucks, Carly, 100%. You know, 3 1/4, you know, I would say Carly or Thurin. Thurin has a really nice soft spring. I think even BDS is a pretty good spring. I've ran all of them. They all run great. Carly just has some really good product, and I really believe in their products. So that's kind of what I'm running on this truck. It's right now where it's at. I'm very happy with the ride, like I said, but I'm wanting to get these 2 leaves just so I can see how much better it is. And I'm gonna make another video when I get the 2 leaves under here for y'all, just to kind of say, hey, we were here and now we're here. I can say that I put the Devers on though, and it was week to 2 weeks, and my kids were like, it is bouncy back here. I mean, significantly noticed. And a lot of y'all are commenting that on the 3500s. So now I think you can order them with the rear air suspension. Best thing to do, order the truck with the rear air suspension if you can. Us early orders didn't have that option. But anyway, I just wanted to get this video out. I've got a lot of content coming, a lot more stuff. But this one is just about how to make the 3500 ride better. So appreciate you watching. If you can hit that like and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next video.